What is going on, guys? Dylba here, and today I'm bringing you my playthrough of Treasure Map Momo. This treasure map unit isn't that great, but this treasure map actually is pretty cool, and I'm not sure how legitimate this is, but I've seen people post photos of dropping Super Tandem tablets, so I'm not sure if that's like been photoshopped, but it looks pretty legit. So Momo is a slasher captain, so he boosts Slash's attack by 4 times and HP by 1.25, reduces special charge time by 1 turn at the start of the quest, and deals non-type damage to one enemy at the end of the turn based on the number of perfects you hit, up to 150 times the character's attack. So nothing special, nothing great. His special reduces the crew's despair duration by 3 turns, changes character's block slot, including slots including block to 1, and boosts attack by 2.5, and that can't be changed by enemies, and boosts slasher characters' slot effects by 2.75. So he's a decent booster, not a great captain. So yeah, anyway, let's just get right into the teams with, this is Invasion Momo. So I'm using a Sanji, it's basically double Sanji, but I've chucked Luffy Yamato as a captain just to get around some annoying effects. You could run Queen as well, which also works, so it's personal preference really. Regardless, you have to stall a turn, which is a pain, but it's not that big a deal. Yeah, so on stage 2, he has basically damage nullification, so you do nothing no matter what. So I just stall the turn. Other people would use like Queen's effect to jump, or not jump, but go invisible. I use saying jump from Sanji, and then attack on the next turn, being with the barrier. I just pop a Sanji special as well as a super type. Once you pop his super type, it gives you the option to remove him from captain. So I do that because at the end of once you take down Kaido, he will slot bind and paralyze the captain, your captain, sorry. And with the switch of Luffy Yamato, you can actually get rid of that completely when you want to, so that's easy. On stage 3, it's basically built so you're supposed to use Queen special. So you process Queen, gives end of turn damage as well as gets around the defense up and the threshold. And then you just basically hit a couple of perfects and end it with Queen. And yeah, I'm not swapping with Luffy and Yamato yet because I'm trying to save the super swap for the final stage. But yeah, other than that, no issue, and I missed, so that's great. And then end of turn damage from Queen will take Momo out. So, and then the final stage, I think, is the final stage is Kaido. I thought it was supposed to be Momo again, but yeah. You can, if you're not sure if you've got a team that'll clear the secret boss, you can test it on Extra Island at the moment, so make sure you do that. Yeah, super swap with Yamato. If you use Chopper, you can actually get like the defense up and all boost, and the super swap. The special, sorry, from Luffy Yamato extends over 3 turns, so I think, oh no, Jinbei does that too, so that's fine. Yeah, and then you can use your Rush of Sanji. I think I actually hit most of the taps here, so which is pretty cool. And I'm using a Rainbow Sanji too, so this actually does hits of damage. And then he revives, and then you just essentially attack again. So it's no big deal, pretty easy. It's much easier than the actual boss, which is Queen, so yeah, I'll see you guys in the next boss. Okay, the first boss, which is probably the most annoying one that we're going to be versing today, is Ulti. Ulti's a pain because she has a threshold damage, so basically you have to take her out over 2 turns unless you use the captain action, Frankie, which is V1 Frankie. And I'm just using a friend captain, Luffy, which is the new 5+ Luffy, who's like ridiculously good. And Jinbei to get around the chip bind, Zoro for the orb boost, and the supports matter here. So I've got Koshiro support on Zoro, which gets around the extra defense as well as the resilience that that ulti has. I use Brook for wave clear, and he's also, like, most of these units are recommended, and I've swapped out Frankie for Legend Frankie, and then I've just chucked in Hawkins. So yeah, you just use Luffy special, Zoro special, Frankie super type, Captain action, and then yeah, easy peasy. Okay, now we have Chopper. Chopper's very, very easy, since he is like the first technical boss, so I've just chucked on, I'm using the recommended Capone. Capone's like really good, he gets around it really easily, and Bato Cav. Again, everyone should have Bato Cav, it's a free-to-play character at this point, because it's good from Rumble. And yeah, I've just had Caesar for wave clear. At the moment, I only really have to use Capone special and Bato Cav super switch and special, and that gets around Chopper in the final stage. Capone gets around the paralysis, the bind, and the block orbs. So yeah, this team will last pretty much indefinitely, and it's relatively quick too. So. Alright, now we come up against Jack, which I'm using Yamato Ace because they completely evade the bind, which is great, as well as they can give a 2-turn attack boost. So, yeah, what I did after this, because I completely forgot that their special would be fully charged, I put a support of Mr. 3 and Miss Golden Week on Ace Yamato, which gives you 2 turns of the attack boost, not just the one. But yeah, I use one swap on to one, get their super switch on stage 2, and so I can have the super switch for stage 3, and then it's literally just super switch, use Usopp and Nami to get around like the burn and the attack down, and then kill, and then I think I use Robin and Roger, and then we just kill when on the revive. So it's very easy, not needing to use as many specials because of the chain of the crew. You can use double Roger. I just didn't feel it had the damage. I was using it for like the first couple runs, and even that early on, it didn't have. I could already tell it wasn't going to last very long because the damage was too low. So, anyway, that's Jack. Pretty easy, especially with these guys. Alternatively, you could use double V1 Kuzan with that's level limit break 5, just because he absolutely annihilates it. Because he has the barrier pen on the revive, and you don't even need the chain. So, yeah. You just gotta make sure you have the supports to get around the chain. Anyway, that's been Jack. Okay, now's Marco. Marco apparently gives extra points. I'm not sure if that's been confirmed or denied yet, but it's the team that you run double queen. So if we're getting extra points, it's actually pretty good because queen is a relatively high point booster. You don't need Kaido at all, to be honest. So I just proc him on the first turn to make that a little bit faster. On stage 2, I'm using Black Maria and Jack to get around the Despair and the attack down and the shield. And then you use Queen's Vanish Captain Action to get around the barrier as well as prepare for stage 3. And then on stage 3, you got to make sure you use both Queen's specials before you use anything else, because Marco will do a... whenever you do anything that changes slots, Marco will do an interrupt which clears all beneficial effects, but only on the first turn. So that's why I double Queen, and then I use ulti for the attack and all boost, and it's so easy because Queen gives you the end of turn damage to take down Marco from his resilience. And yeah, no problems there. Okay, and finally, the final boss versus Queen. Yeah, so it's pretty easy. You just gotta be really careful with the rush mechanic, and I'll explain that a little bit more later. But yeah, it seems like they're punishing you for using the new mechanic, which is a little frustrating because it's something everyone is obviously going to want to try out, especially into later nav levels. You're going to need to use more HP. But yeah, on stage 2, I use Chopper and Jinbei, and then I use a Sanji super type, just so we can have enough damage. Like, probably don't need the super type, but like, may as well use it. It's not hurting you, and more damage just means less taps. Yeah, very easy that stage. Okay, on the boss stage, you want to. What I've changed about this team is I've put the Quick Legend Brook on my Sanji, and then I make sure to use his captain first to get the 60% damage reduction, and then use Luffy Yamato, because then that extends the attack and all boost by an extra turn than you have it for Queen's Revive. So just keep that in mind. But other than that, this team does it pretty easily, but you got to be mindful of when you're using Rush with Sanji. It does cut your health, which I completely forgot about a few times, and I cut my HP down to the point where I would have died. Well, not would have died, where I did die, and I had to use a gem to revive. So just be mindful before the revive. Yeah, Queen doesn't death hit after you kill him, so just make sure you have enough damage reduction to survive at least half. But yeah, other than that, guys, that's basically it for Treasure Map. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.